I can't have inner peace because I'm a thinker. I think about people, problems, ideas, and deadlines. I think, therefore I am. There's an answer to everything, and someone, somewhere, had already thought and written about it. And so I seek knowledge through books and theories. People tell me I overthink and overanalyze, and I tell them it's how I understand the world. My mind is very active, as is yours. Researchers suggest that we have between 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day. That's almost a thought a second. Where do we draw the line on political independence? Will my kids grow up to be happy and successful? Am I fat? We are faced with our own personalized dilemmas daily. Not only is my mind quite the chatterbox, it is also very creative. It imagines scenes and scenarios that play out like a movie in my mind all day long. For instance, when I think of a funny incident with a friend, the movie in my mind looks something like this. When my kids ask me to delay bedtime, the movie in my mind looks like this. And when I pick up or drop off my boys at school, the movie in my mind looks like this. No wonder I can't have inner peace, right? Again, I'm a thinker. All topics in search of inner peace and quieting the mind point in the same direction: meditation. So I tried. I was on a trip to the Maldives, and I noticed in the hotel booklet that they offer a private session with a meditation expert. Perfect. I booked it. There I was, in the middle of the Indian Ocean, surrounded by paradise-like tranquility, sea breeze, and sense of lavender in the air. This is it, I thought. This is where I'm going to get the inner peace I need. But then I realized, I'm still thinking. I could not quiet my mind. There was just too much noise inside. I gave up trying. But then, something monumental happened that catapulted me to a position where I had no answers and no understanding of the world. There was no solution that someone somewhere had thought about. My only option was to accept and be open to whatever came my way. It is during this, one of the most painful and emotionally turbulent times, that I became mindful, present, and deeply calm within. At a time where external stress and noise were at their highest, I discovered the place where inner peace lives. And it is wonderful and serene and way, way more peaceful than the Maldives. And I'm going to take you there. You see, most people assume that being mindful and having inner peace means to stop thinking and feeling altogether. Well, that is impossible, as we are thinking, feeling human beings. Simply put, it is rather the ability to distance ourselves from the thoughts, emotions, and movies in our minds, and open our minds and hearts to the present moment. But before I take you to this peaceful place within, let's first go to the movies. Because before we can experience any kind of inner peace, we need to understand and deal with these movies in our minds. I invite you all to an imaginary movie theater inside your mind. The theater looks like this. There's a screen and 3 projectors. One projecting a movie from the past, one from the future, and one from the present. Every minute of the day inside this movie theater, in our mind, our ego is doing one of 3 things. It is either projecting stories from the past in the form of memories, nostalgia, and traumas. It is showing scenarios from the future in the form of goals, ambitions, desires, and fears. And if it's not reminiscing about the past or daydreaming about the future, our ego is narrating, judging, commenting, and worrying about the present. Now, you all know that when we go to the movies, we escape to the movies. If the movie is really engaging and the actors are really talented, we identify with them. It captures us. We feel the actors' joy and pain and take in the story as if it's our own. We essentially lose ourselves to that movie. And so what about the movie in your mind? What if the lead actor, actress looks exactly like you and has the same name and is playing out the exact same experiences that you are having? Well, how could you not lose yourself to that movie? When we lose ourselves to our inner movies, we miss the present moment and close our minds and hearts to the world. So now that you understand the complexity of the movie in your mind, what can you do about it? Well, I've come up with 3 simple steps. Create space and distance, keep your mind and heart open, and become a non-judgmental observer. To demonstrate, imagine this entire theater represents your mind. I am your ego. I am the voice in your head. I show you movies from your past and what your future could look like. I am also the narrator who comments and judges everything. Why weren't my parents more supportive? Will I ever find true love? Am I smart enough to get into Harvard? Now imagine you're sitting in the front row right in front of me, and the doors behind you are closed. Your undivided attention is on me, your ego. I have a higher chance of connecting with you and getting my message across because you are closer. You can see and hear me more clearly. Furthermore, the doors of your big, expansive mind are closed, so no new thought, emotion, information, or experience can come in. All you see, hear, feel is me, ego. You are closed to the outside world. You might as well put a sign on your forehead that says, "Sorry, closed, gone inside my own head." But what if you're sitting in the back row, the furthest seat away from me, and the doors next to you are open? Well, I am not the sole focus of your attention anymore, am I? It's a little harder for you to focus on that movie I'm showing about your past, your future, your present judgments. You have a wider perspective, so you're free to pay attention to whatever you choose. It doesn't have to be me. Not only that, but the doors of your big, beautiful mind are wide open, and you are the closest to them, which means you'll be the first to greet and welcome any new thought, emotion, information, or experience that comes in. And you do all this without any judgment because you're far away from me, your judgmental ego. I could say anything. You're never going to pass the exam. Or, it's difficult to find true love. You don't have to listen to my biased opinions and judgments. You are open and available to the world. This is what it means to be mindful, to be in the moment. The next time you find yourself lost in thought and someone comes up to you and you want to say to them, "Wait, I don't want to lose this thought." Do the opposite and say to your ego, "Wait, ego, I don't want to lose this moment." There's a lot of stereotypes to being an enlightened and mindful person, but you don't have to become a vegan, soak in a gong bath, or meditate for hours to clear your mind and find inner peace. You just have to find that seat furthest away from your ego and the movie it projects. Keep your mind and heart open and allow thoughts and emotions to pass through without judgment. Sit and observe, and you will see that thoughts, emotions, and external events come and go. It is your judgment of them that makes them either joyful or painful. And you will come to a point where you just accept and appreciate what is. This is the seat of your inner peace, the place I have been talking about all along. You will have 50 to 70,000 opportunities a day to come back to it. Revisit it often, and I promise you will be more mindful, present, and deeply calm within. Thank you.